Hey, yo, call me old school, right? Call me old school. Hear me out. I personally believe that, working hard is a necessary evil for a certain amount of time. Not necessarily forever. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily forever, but for like a certain amount of time. This is my opinion. I'm gonna be honest, okay? So I watched the video. This all came from a video I saw. I watched the video actually on the way to work. And the video was basically saying, you know, working hard is not what we want to do. That's not the get down. That shouldn't be the movement ever. You know what I'm saying? Basically disagrees with working hard, right? And it doesn't mean, I don't think he's meaning it to like be lazy or anything like that. I think I watched the video, right? I think what he's saying is this. There's other things we could be doing. We don't have to all work hard. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's absolutely right. There's other things you could be doing other than working hard, building stuff, maintaining stuff, using your hands, whatever. Personally, I work with my hands. That's what I do. Right? I also have to, gotta work on my mind, right? It's a lot of paperwork after that. But I do work with my hands. So I'm gonna try to be, but I'm not biased, right? Like, I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. But I'm gonna be real with you. Working hard, this is just my opinion. Let me know how you feel. Holla if you feel me. But no, in my opinion, bro, like, working harder taught me how to work smarter. You know how they say work smarter, not harder? Most of those people that tell you that already worked harder. That's why they're telling you. Right? Like, boom, check it out. You go to a job, right? You start a job, you walk in, you're fresh, brand new. You spend about a week, and you're carrying something real heavy and you do it a certain way. Well, what happens? One of the OGs pulls you to the side, or somebody that's been there for stupid long, and they'll pull you to the side, and what do they say? Let me teach you how to do that. Do it like this, bro. Work smarter, not harder. And that person got some crazy, like out of this world way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? And now you do it that way. Right? Cool, whatever. But that person had to go through the trials and tribulations, and they had to go through and actually learn how to work smarter, not harder. You can't come into a job and immediately say, I'm gonna cut this corner, cut that corner, do this the easier way. It takes time. You got to learn how the job works. And such is life, right? You got to do the same thing in life. You can't do something brand new that you ain't never done before in life and know all the little ins and outs and tricks of the trade around it. That's not how that works. It don't work like that. I wish it did, but it don't work like that. So part of this to me isn't just about working. A lot of this is mindset. I talk about mindset a lot. I talk about mental health. I talk about motivation. I talk about relationships, just the normal stuff that I think things that make us better people. And for some people, some people are the kind of people that are creating businesses, right? And they're motivated to do that. They got these ideas left and right, bro, and they're intelligent in that regard. And they have something to offer the world in that realm. That's their path. Some of you guys, that's not your path, bro. Regardless, that's not everybody's path. Everybody should try it, but if it's not in your path, then it's not something that you're going to be able to benefit from, because it's not in your path. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So with that said, when you listen to videos like that tell you, I'm tired of working hard and jobs are not real and we can't be, you know what I mean? I understand that person feels that way, and that might be that person's path, right? But sometimes it's not everybody's path, and sometimes it ain't the person that's listening to it. Like, don't get riled up. You hear all these people that say, quit your job and start YouTube. If you listen, I'm gonna tell you an adult piece of advice. And hopefully you don't look at it as a dream killer. I'm a realistic person. I'm all about dreaming and like I'm all about being a dreamer. Like I had a t-shirt company, and one of the first designs said dreamer. Like I consider myself a dreamer, but I also, and this ain't everybody's situation, but I also have a family to feed. And some of you guys also have a family to feed too. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff going on, you got stuff cracking, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you got things going, you got things moving, like, if that's the case, and you got people that you take care of, find a way to get your dream going a different way. Maybe find a way to do that while you feed your family. I know single parents that, and again, everybody ain't a single parent, but I know single parents that find ways to accomplish their dreams all the time. They find some sort of way to do it, you know, and obviously, yeah, it ain't no excuse, whatever, but these are dreamers. It's on their path. The reason they accomplished it is because it was on their path to do so. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to limit you guys and tell you guys what you can or can't do. That ain't up to me. That's God that's going to tell you. But for me, I do what I can do, and I used to do what I want to do. You probably heard the term, real ones do what they want to do. Suckers do what they can. Nah. If you want to become president, that don't mean you can. If you want to become the king of Egypt, that don't mean you can. There's a bunch of stuff that you might want to do that you can't do. In reality, everybody does what they can. Don't let the streets trick you out of life. Don't listen to the street terminology and let that trick you out of life. Motivation has to be realistic, right? My job to motivate, like for me, and within motivation, is to tell you that there's no limits, right? But I also require you to be realistic, because here's what happens when you're realistic. When you're realistic, you devote your time and energy and resources into something that's realistic for you. And when I mean realistic, I don't mean something stupid easy to do, right? If you want to own a McDonald's, that's a franchise, right? My job isn't to tell you, no, you should probably just open up. You should probably just get a taco stand. What? No. If you have a way that you think you're gonna be able to make enough money to be able to stack up and open up a McDonald's, or stack up and open up whatever kind of franchise, Chick-fil-A, whatever, right? My job as a person that wants to motivate you would be to tell you how it's gonna feel when you finally get it, right? How it's gonna feel when you finally get it, and how things are gonna change for you when you finally get it. Is it within your proclivity? We don't know. Neither one of us are God, right? But what we want to do is we want to motivate you to get that. We want to motivate you to get that cracking. That's what we want to do. Simple motivation. So if you're motivating people, you're being realistic, right? You should be realistic, but that helps people kind of hone into what they need to get, right? If I know it's realistic for you to do something, I'm gonna motivate you to go do it. It's realistic for you to do it. If you're, and let's dial it back a little bit, right? Let's say you're a young woman or a young man, you have no kids and you don't have anything you have to really worry about, in the sense of, like, you know, you got a phone bill, rent, and maybe a car note, right? If you sit down with your finances and determine that it's realistic for you to go out for a particular goal, then go out for a particular goal. Period. If you sit down and look at your finances and say financially this could never happen, then your next goal shouldn't be making it happen. Your next goal should make the thing happen that can make the thing happen, right? Next goal needs to be a better job. Next goal needs to be, next goal needs to be find a way to save money more efficiently. Next goal, these types of things, right? To where now you look at your finances and you say, oh, this dream is actually obtainable. Boom. And then from then on, now you start looking at that same goal again. But if you're not realistic with yourself, you won't think like that. Man, I can't get this. I can't get this. I can't get. How am I supposed to get the money? I'll never get. Make getting the money the goal now. Make getting the money the goal. Once you make getting the money the goal, you could take one goal and break it up into 30. That's how stuff happens. That's how shit crack. Take one goal and separate it into 30. You want to get into IT, right? Boom, my dream is to get into IT. I need to get into IT career. Okay, what do you need to get there? What steps do you need to take? Now each step turns into a goal. It's common. It moves that way. A lot of people do it that same way. I'm not unique in the way that I think about that. If there's 10 steps, you now have 10 goals. That's it. That's it. And the reason why I changed the term step into goal is because if you look at it as a step and you can't reach it, you might get mad. But if you look at it as a goal, you might work a little bit harder at it. People look at the two terms differently. I don't know why. It just is two different words, whatever, you know. But working harder and working smarter, I believe, come hand in hand. Just one comes a little bit before that. Like for me, there's certain things that I do. I'm an automotive technician, right? So when I'm working on a car, something I might know a trick, right? This is how I'm gonna be able to get to this screw because whatever, right? But what it comes from is you might have done something that might have aligned with that job previously, right? So let's say you're doing, I don't know, let's say something similar like a tire rotation, right? Okay, well, you've taken a tire off of a car, right? You've taken a wheel tire combo off of a car. So now you're in a situation where you know how to take it off. All you got to do is jack the car up, move the tires around. Now you're in the game. It's simple. If I've changed a tire, I've taken a tire off a car. If I've changed a tire, I'll put a tire back on the car. So now all I have to do is take one off, put it down, take the other one off, swap it to the other axle. Boom, boom. I know everybody ain't a car person. That's just simple tire. I'm just coming up with some BS, something that'll line up with it, right? Tire rotation is easy money, but I'm just saying, if you know how to do A, B, sometimes A, B, C, and D it's easier to do because you already did A, B. So now you know a way around it. Now it's easier for you. Now you can come up with a trick that might work. You take off a door panel to do a window regulator. Once you take that door panel off, maybe there's something behind the window regulator that you have to fix. Well, you've already taken off a window regulator, so all you gotta do is take it off now to get to that piece that you need to fix, right? It's easier now. These types of things just kind of come that way. It doesn't work that way in life all the time, but if you think about it, it's easy money. It makes it easier for you because you've already done some of it. It's muscle memory, you've done some of it. But in life, most of this stuff is new. So in life, how it's gonna go is you wake up in the morning, you hop in your car, you're driving, boom, you get into an accident. Have you ever been in an accident? Nope. So there is no smarter way around it. You don't know how to deal with it. You might even be wrong if you think you got a smarter way around it. Now you got to figure out how to process that. Assuming that everybody's safe and healthy, right? To me, and this ain't a complete disagreement with the brother that did the video. I'm gonna try to tag him. This ain't a complete disagreement with what he said at all. This is a branch off idea of what he was saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a branch off idea. He believes in he doesn't want to work hard. He said you shouldn't have to work hard if you don't want to. And in reality, that's true. If you don't want to work hard, then get yourself in a position where you don't need to. But for the rest of the people that can't get themselves there, right then and there, they have to work hard for the time being. Some people like working hard in general. That's just what they like doing. I like working with my hands. I like figuring things out, figuring out how things go together, how things could be done better, efficiency, stuff like that. That's what I like, so it is what it is for me. Save yourself. I'm gone. Save yourself. But yeah, man, like, it is what it is. No shade or nothing like that on the brother. I had to throw that out there, because the term work smarter, not harder is thrown out there, and it's true. But there's a couple of steps before that, that you're gonna hit right before that. And in my opinion, working harder is one of them. Then you learn how to work smarter at something. Same thing with life. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, man. And keep reiterating myself over and over again. I'ma holla at y'all.